Okay, so now for dining. This is the question that everybody has been asking. You know, why did you decide not to do dining? Okay, so when we were looking at dining, we were going to do from Monday to Saturday quick service dining plan. The only day that's in there that we might have bought something different would have been the Thursday, which was our anniversary. Yeah, it's our anniversary that day. And that night, I want to go to Ohana. Last year for our anniversary, we did Be Our Guest. Or maybe we just had the quick service. I'm not quite sure. I want to do Ohana dinner for my birthday. For all of us, for tip, tax, everything, it's going to be $233. So the quick service dining plan would have cost us, at the time, it was a $905. I believe that just, I know for a fact that just went up. I don't know how much. I think it's a couple bucks per person per day. So let's say it's like $925 now, $930 now. So that was going to be the quick service part, plus the $233 from Ohana. So then I was going to do from Saturday to Tuesday, I was going to do the table service dining plan. On Saturday, I have a Be Our Guest reservation for dinner. And I was going to try to use all of my quick service credits before like breakfast time on Saturday morning, and then check out of this reservation and then check into the new reservation with the new dining package. I knew this was going to be chaos because I've heard it from multiple people that oftentimes it's chaos. You end up losing credits. They have to figure it out, and it's just a huge mess. So I was a little bit reluctant on that, but I'm like, you know what? Whatever. So before, the dining plan to add the table service dining plan was going to be like $740. Now it's about $780. So, and that would have given us a couple table services and stuff like that. Well, my birthday is in May, and we are a member of Landry's, and the #1 restaurant that the kids always want to go to when we go to Disney is T-Rex. So we wouldn't pay for T-Rex simply because I can buy $100 worth of gift cards for $80, and then I have a $25 free thing for it being my birthday. So essentially, we can get a $125 meal for 80 bucks. So we wouldn't pay for the dining plan for that one. So that's another one that's added in there. And then we have tips for all of those restaurants. So on the lighter side, let's say that there's it would have been 3 table service meals. Let's say tips are about $35 a meal, and that's probably, actually I'm gonna go with 40 because that's probably about what it's going to be. So that's another 120. So we have 120 for tips, we have $780 for the meal plan, we have 80 for T-Rex, we have $930 for the quick service plan, and we have $233 for Ohana. So we were going to be at $2143 for the dining plan, Ohana, and our T-Rex meal. I did some number crunching, I did some research on what people do to save money, and knowing that I don't want to brown bag my lunch. I'm on vacation too. I don't want to sit there and make everyone's lunch. I don't want to do it. I'll be honest. I am on vacation and I don't want to do it. I don't. Knowing that 3 of my kids will eat peanut butter and jelly, 1 will not. Knowing that Jeff and I probably aren't going to do sandwiches because we are older and we don't want a sandwich for lunch. Knowing that Casey was sick the last 3 days of our vacation, like in the stroller crying because he was throwing up, he was getting migraines. The food was just attacking his body. He is very sensitive to foods, to dairy, to gluten, to things like that. If he has too much of it, his body shuts down. He can handle a little bit, but he can't handle a lot. And his body does not do well with 24/7 Disney food. So we talked to the kids. We said, look, what do you guys want to do? Because if you guys want the dining plan, there's going to have to be some major changes to it. And, you know, we're going to have to skimp in other ways. And they're all like, you know, we like the Disney food. We like some of it, but we don't need to have it all the time. And, you know, whatever. So what we're going to do is most likely we will be bringing juice boxes into the park. I'll bring 4 juice boxes a day into the park. And then when we order our meals, we're also going to order water, and each of the kids is going to have their own little like flavor squirt bottle that they can put either like the Kool-Aid or the Mio or whatever in it and give them the flavor. And I like that anyways, because our kids tend to get dehydrated and get headaches there because they don't drink enough water. So I like that. So we're going to be doing that. And I'm probably going to be drinking a lot of water and doing the Mio thing. And when we get back to the resort, I'll drink soda. So that's one way we're going to save a lot of money, because it's like $2.99 for a drink in the parks for like a, you know, soda or whatever. So that's one way we're going to save money. We are going to bring in Uncrustables, or I'm going to buy a loaf of bread and do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I have the Jif singles to go that I've gotten from the Dollar Tree. I may, and then there's jelly in the resort cafeteria. So I may make those for the kids, like probably every other day or something like that. And we have a lot of snacks. So I've bought like trail mix. I've bought everything that they'll need for breakfast. I have like mini muffins and Pop-Tarts and cereal and stuff like that. So breakfasts are all set. They will be in the room for all of us except for like 1 or 2 days. Lunches, we're gonna go back and forth. A place like Be Our Guest, they'll eat in the restaurant. A place like Casey's, they'll eat in the restaurant. But some of the places where the kids are like, yeah, no, Mom, you know, they won't eat in the restaurant. And, you know, in all honesty, the kids' meals aren't that expensive. It's like, I think like $8 to $9, sometimes even like $7. And it comes with like an entree, a side, sometimes a dessert, and then a drink. So for the kids, I think that's fine. And, you know, like Aubrey will have one, Trevor will have one, and Casey and Ellie will share one because they don't really eat a lot. And then Ellie can also nibble off my plate because she doesn't eat a lot. So, you know, we figured out that it's going to be like $45 to $55 for quick service meals, which is a little bit cheaper, you know, that way. And then also, you know, we can get quick service meals and pay for Trevor as a child, where if we pay for him on the dining plan, he's an adult. And yeah, when you're on the dining plan, yeah, you can get 15 adult meals and split them between everybody, but at the same time, you're paying a lot more for Trevor to be an adult. You know, when we're paying for the dining plan, we're doing 3 adults and 3 kids. So where Ellie doesn't eat, where Casey has the intolerances, Aubrey and Trevor do eat a lot, and Jeff eats a lot, and I'm like, okay. That was a way that we just said, you know what, we think we can cut that down a little bit. And then, you know, dinners we will be eating, you know, in parks or whatever, and we're just eating at cheaper restaurants. That's what it's coming down to. So the first day, we'll obviously eat breakfast like in the airport or something. We're gonna have lunch. That day it's gonna alternate. So we're gonna have lunch and dinner, and one will be at the Art of Animation food court, and one of them will be at Yak and Yeti. That day we'll be bringing sodas in and stuff like that because I won't be like acclimated yet to everything. That night for dinner, we're just gonna get the big make your own pastas at Art of Animation, and like I can split that with 1 kid, if not 2 kids. And then we'll get another one for the other 2 kids, and then Jeff will get his meal. So it's like 3 meals right there, and you know, at $10 to $12, it's not too much. And then we're getting the resort mugs for the Jeff, myself, Trevor, and Aubrey, because they all drink like Sprite and stuff, but the little kids just don't drink enough. And it's one of those things where it's like Trevor can have a Sprite, and then I'll clean it out and I'll fill it up and give it to Casey with something else. So we're doing that. So then the second day, and another reason why we said no to the dining plan is because we don't want to do a table service a day, a quick service a day, and a snack a day, or we don't want to do all quick services. We kind of want to do like every other day have a table service. And you know, the kids had picked a few table service meals that they wanted. So it's one of those things where it just, the timing and stuff like that and the credits just weren't working out correctly. And you know, Jeff said it best. He said, we've done the table service dining plan. We've done the quick service dining plan. We've done no dining plan for like 2 days. He's like, so let's try it without the dining plan. Worst case situation, it doesn't make sense for us, and we know next time. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, we're budget minded, but it's like we shouldn't make it everything. Okay, so the second day we have no reservations that day, and it's a Magic Kingdom day. So we will have like, so like at Yak and Yeti, we won't get a dessert because all they have is like mousse and stuff like that, or we'll get like 1 or 2 desserts. at Art of Animation, we will get desserts because they have this cupcake that everyone in the family likes. It's like a little, just a chocolate cupcake, but it has like Mickey for Oreo ears and stuff like that. So then the second day we're going to Casey's. We won't get dessert there because it's just like pre-packaged things, and everyone will get like, the beauty of Casey's is like Jeff and Trevor will probably get a hot dog. I'll get corn dog bites for me and Ellie to share and some fries, and that's a lot cheaper. It's like $5.99 and $2.99, stuff like that. So, you know, we're not tied to that, okay, we have to get this meal and where I don't want to eat that much. I'm working hard to try to lose a little bit of weight, and yes, I'm going to be on vacation and I'm going to be eating off plan, but I don't want to just like blow everything out of the water that I've worked hard for. So that night we will have either food in our resort again, or we will have food at the Cosmic Rays, and that's another place where it's like $10 a meal, and those meals feed like 2 to 3 kids easily. So that's another one where we could get like 3 to 4 meals and save a little bit of money that way. Not sure on the desserts there, but again, we're averaging about, I've budgeted up, so it's going to be, we're going to do like $60 per quick service, so it's going to be still $120 a day. It's still better than, I think it's like $180 on the dining plan. Our Hollywood Studios Day, that was a thing. Our Hollywood Studios Day is when we were going to be doing quick service. They've took away Pizza Planet, so we don't like any of the options there. So we're going to do breakfast in our room, and we're actually going to have a $2.20 reservation for Mama Melrose, and that's going to be about $110 with tip and tax and everything. And we're having it at $2.20. So our plan for this night is to bring like sandwiches for the kids if they get hungry, and snacks and stuff like that. And then I probably will just need like a snack. Like I'll need like I can go to Starbucks or something, but Jeff may need like a meal that night. But it's one of those things that it's going to be like maybe $20 for us all to fill up. And you know, we had a nice table service meal, so I don't mind like grabbing some Uncrustables or the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and some snacks that we have on hand, and you know, do it that way for one day. The following day is Epcot, and that is our anniversary day. So we are going to eat around the world that day, and that's the beauty of it. We can do the snacks. We can do whatever we want around there, because oftentimes we would go to eat around the world and we couldn't get some of the things that we wanted. So we're going to eat around the world that day, and then we're going to Ohana that night. So this day will be expensive for food. We're going to have a $233 dinner reservation, and then we're going to have like $60 in food during the day. But because the day before we only spent $110 on food or $120 on food, you know what I mean? It's kind of evening out. And yeah, we're not saving this substantial amount, but I think we're still going to come in less than what it would have been for the dining plan. So then the following day, we have a Be Our Guest lunch reservation, and then we had to Be Our Guest dinner reservation, but I've talked to all the kids and everyone, and they're all like, no, I didn't really, there wasn't anything I loved. They love lunch there. So we may keep that reservation and just go get dessert or something like that, and if not, we'll eat at like Casey's or Cosmic Rays. Those are the only 2 places we eat. We may try like Pecos Bills or one of those places, but I'm just not quite sure yet that we're that adventurous yet. We don't do seafood, and we don't do chicken nuggets, so that's why we don't like Columbia Harbor House, even though I've heard that has like really good food. So then the following day, we're going to start out at Tusker House in the morning for breakfast. The kids, we told them pick 1 or 2 character meals. They all said Tusker House. That we were going between Tusker House and Garden Grill. So we said this year we'll do Tusker House. The next time we go to Epcot, we'll do Garden Grill. So we're going to do Tusker House in the morning. Hang out at Animal Kingdom, and it's like almost like we'll probably eat around 10, so we won't need lunch that day. And then that night we're going to T-Rex. So our breakfast is going to be like $180, and then our dinner will be $80 at T-Rex. So again, it's another expensive day, but because we saved so much money in the beginning of the trip, we can do this. The following day is a Epcot day again, and we are going to have lunch at Via Napoli. Again, a place I've always wanted to eat, but because you're on the dining plan, it just doesn't make sense financially for that one. When you want to get a big pizza that's $40, you don't want to split that between table service credits. So we're just going to get a giant pizza and some drinks, and then we'll go have our desserts like around the world. Like we'll have like a cronut and some school bread and stuff like that. That night, I don't have any dinner reservations. I'm going to bring a couple cans of like ravioli if the kids want to have that one night. I think it's a good way to keep Casey's belly at bay. So there's that. And then the final day, we are at Magic Kingdom again, and We have, you know, we'll just eat up our breakfast, and in all honesty, for lunch, we may just eat up all the snacks that we have left, and then I may get them all like a burger or something. And then we'll probably eat dinner at the airport. So as you can see, we have some table service reservations in there. We have plans for quick service reservations. We also have plans to bring a lot of our snacks in. You know, we're not big on the Disney snacks. We don't like Dole Whips. The pretzels are okay. We can have maybe one pretzel a trip and we're all fine with that. The kids like the popcorn. I'm gonna buy them popcorn. It's cheap, it's affordable. I do like Gaston's. I do like the school bread. I do like the cronut. There's nothing I really like at Hollywood Studios. Animal Kingdom, again, there's like, you know, the regular stuff, the pretzels and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where if there's something cool and different, we may try it. Like at Epcot, I remember one time I saw these giant donuts. We may get one of those, like who knows, but we are gonna try it. I have a number in my head of about $1,600 that I think that we can spend, and that is with us. Like, I put into Diz Trip Planner how much a snack for all of us would be, and it's about $200 for the whole trip. So I counted that in. I counted in the 4 mugs. I counted in, you know, all of our meals, plus I bumped it up a little bit extra for taxes. So I have us coming in around $1,600 to $1,700. I'm going to bring 1,000 in gift cards, and then the rest I'm going to bring in cash so that I don't get stuck with a lot of gift cards where we don't know where we're going back. But you know, hey, that may save us. I forget what I said the dining plan and everything was going to cost us, but that may save us a couple $100, like $400 maybe. So that's why we decided not to do the dining plan this time. I have a suitcase full of snacks that's coming with us, and then on the way back, that'll be a suitcase full of souvenirs. So that's what's working for us.